What's cracking? Tube's full of used guys. So, I saw Joker last night, and I was going to do a review yesterday, and what can I say about the movie that no one has said so far? So I watched a few reviews on it, and everyone's talking about the whole, media thing leading up to it. I'm not going to talk about that because I don't think, out of all the movies that you could say, oh my god, this is so violent and blah, 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 this isn't it. He only kills 8 people. Not even that many. And a bunch of them are off screen or just implied. You don't even know if he killed them or not. It's just implied. So, what I wanted to talk about the movie was how I thought this was the most accurate film Joker, while at the same time being the complete opposite. And I'll explain. So, first off, it should be obvious how he isn't. No purple suit. I'm just kidding. No acid drop. No, I'm fucking kidding. The thing is that he's actually a person with a name and a family. And you could see how potentially when the film eventually leads to him becoming the Joker, that it could lead into the Joker we know, that we're all familiar with. So it could eventually lead to a guy who doesn't remember that he was Arthur Fleck. He doesn't remember what he did to his mother. He doesn't remember, by suppressing all that stuff. He suppresses those things, and the way the movie was set up, there's a good maybe 30 years between him and Batman. So, I kind of think of it as the Dark Knight Returns kind of thing, of how the Joker without Batman went back to being normal and was just hospitalized. So if you think about it, after the end of the movie, and you get that great scene of him getting broken out of the cop car, and he takes his own blood and he draws the smile on his face, and he's just kind of dancing for the crowd on top of the cop car. And it goes to him in the hospital, obviously, or in whatever sort of prison, Arkham Asylum, whatever. He's got to sit there until Batman shows up. Not saying they're going to make another movie, because I doubt they will, but I'm just thinking, how is it the most accurate and at the same time not the most accurate? So, it being the not accurate version of the Joker is, he does a vat of chemicals. He has a name. He has a really fucked up life. They don't get too into detail, but you could kind of make assumptions that he was molested and beaten, chained to a radiator, all that kind of shit. And his mother ends up being insane as well, and convinces him that he's the half-brother of, Bruce Wayne. And I was kind of I really hope this isn't how it ends up. And it wasn't. So that's how I'm saying it's still the most accurate, because of a few scenes, right? So when he finally starts becoming the Joker, and he dyes his hair green, and he has the white makeup on, but he didn't entirely finish the face, and his 2 co-workers show up, and he kills the taller, fatter guy, and the midget he lets go. And at that point, when he's sitting there with the blood on his face, and the midget guy is just sitting there staring at him, I'm obviously next. Get out of here. He says, go ahead, go. You've always been nice to me. You could leave. And I thought that was very, this was the moment. A lot of people have been saying the moment he becomes Joker is when he gets all, excited about killing those guys on the train. I don't agree. I think it was when he killed his coworker. That's when the switch really locked into place, and there was no going back. And, because it could have eventually said, it was self-defense. If he was a sane person, that's what any sane person would do. But so, God damn it, fuck off, would you? I'm in the middle of something. So he locks the door after he kills the one guy, and the midget goes to leave, and he can't reach the lock. And so at this point, I thought, oh boy, he played some, four-dimensional chess. Knew that he was so he could kill him. That wasn't the case. And that's what made him the most, just that scene alone, the most accurate Joker. Because the way he handled killing the guy like it was no big deal, and then just let the guy go, and gave him a fucking kiss as well. He kissed him on the head and was like, you could go. That reminded me of the comic book Joker, the Joker that we haven't seen really represented in the films. Like, we got maybe like Gold Silver Age Jack Nicholson, then we got Edgelord Heath Ledger, then we got like, I don't even know what the fuck Jared Leto was, Catman with tats. Let's forget about it. But this especially when he just grabs the guy, kisses him, and says, you could leave. You could tell that, like, if they were going to continue, that guy would come back and be one of his henchmen or something like that. And then on top of that, you have the scene where he goes on to the talk show. Now, I knew he wasn't. They kept implying it. A lot of people that I went to see the movie, or a lot of reviews, I saw it like, oh yeah, he's definitely going to kill himself. And I just knew he wasn't. I thought he was going to kill everyone, including the audience, and just fully go into Joker mode. But then I read some things after I watched the movie that they were like, originally it wasn't going to be a Joker movie, blah, blah, blah. So maybe they didn't want to push the envelope that far, like going up a hospital or anything like that. But, that scene where he's getting ready to go on to the stage, and the old lady, he kisses her on the lips, and then you could see it working in Joaquin Phoenix's head as Joker, that he was actually going to kill himself, but then he was like, you know what? Fuck that. I think the moment that happens was when he opens his book, and he sees his old joke that said, I hope sense being spelled like money. So, I know Joker's not very much. Maybe that kind of opened his eyes with the new persona, that meaning, as fucked up as the meaning might be. That's when, because you could tell, like, the first time he opens the thing, he tries to tell a joke, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna, flip out. And then he did. Like, the second joke wasn't a joke at all. It was just fucking yelling at Robert De Niro and was like, you get what you fucking deserve, and shot him in the head. Everyone freaks out. He grabs the camera and starts talking all jokery. The next scene was him in therapy again. And this is where you get the best line, I think, in the movie is, he starts laughing, and now that when he laughs, he's not grabbing his throat or, like, hunched over in pain. He's the madness. And he's in the therapy thing with the lady, the new lady, and he just laughs, and she, like, what's so funny? And it shows like a brief thing of Bruce with his dead, and then goes back, and he's like, you wouldn't get it. And a lot of people said the film should have cut there. I don't agree. I liked the scene of him walking away with the bloody, either killed the therapist or just beat her very badly with the bottom of his shoes. And then he gets like by security and the movie ends, right? And so that scene could have done one or two things. If it cut when he said, you just don't get it, it could have implied that there's a chance for him, like with enough years of therapy and all that shit, he could eventually go back. But what the next scene shows you is very important. There's no going back. He kills at random. He kills whenever. No one knows when. No one knows who. No one knows how. That's the Joker. And that's why I thought it was accurate portrayal. Because Heath Ledger's Joker was great. As much as he said in The Dark Knight, he doesn't have a plan, he had a couple plans. Several plans. I didn't watch Suicide Squad to get into, I forget his name, Jared Leto's Joker. I didn't even care. And up until now, I thought Jack Nicholson's Joker was the most comic book accurate. And then I thought Heath Ledger's was a good, this is how you film Joker. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is the exact sweet point in the middle of that, where you get accurate to the comics without being overly cartoonish. Either way, go see the fucking movie. You get what you deserve.